guys, so I'm on a walk, and my favorite place to be, really, and I just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys from the album because I have a lot to share, but I didn't really have time to share them much over the weekend because we had a lot going on. We had a Halloween party, and it was just like a very long weekend, and it was good though. But so anyways, first of all, the response that we've gotten to Sad Girls Club has been overwhelming and amazing, and I'm so like touched just watching your guys' videos and like hearing your reactions to the songs. It's seriously like I've never seen such a reaction to an album before, and I'm so grateful that you guys are connecting with the songs and like just, I don't know, relating to them and that they're touching your lives. It means so much to me and my sisters, and especially for me, like, I don't know, because this is our first time doing solo songs, so like putting out a solo song for me was so scary because I'm not a songwriter, I'm a poet. So like, if anything, I usually contribute lyrics to the album and not melodies. That's not my thing. Also, putting out such an intensely personal song. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about my song on the album, my solo song, which is called Where It All Ended, and kind of like how it all came together. Basically, I had a very intense relationship experience like at the beginning of this year, and it just was very like painful and very hurtful, even though like I'm very good terms with that person now, so it's all good. But I just, in the moment, it was very, very hard, and so I wanted to capture like how painful that experience was and like how it felt to just like kind of like that feeling, like a mixture of like abandonment, rejection. Like I think we've all felt that at some point in our lives from like different relationships. So I was trying really hard to like put that into a song, which is such a big task because that's like a deep thing to try to capture, but I did my best. So I'll tell you about like the process of writing that song. So I had to write my solo song. I was terrified. I am not a songwriter. So I sat down with my sisters and I was like, what do? I don't really normally, I've written like a few melodies before, but not really. And they were like, okay, just start like singing through your lyrics and just like whatever melodies come to mind. Oh my gosh, I thought there was someone in the bush. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, they were like, just sing whatever melodies come to mind. So I had like stacks and stacks of pages from this guy that I dated, and I was just like, I had so many lyrics, and so of course I always do, and so I just sat down in my room and I read through every like letter that I'd written to him that I never gave him, and like every poem that I wrote about him, every just like all these thoughts and feelings, and I collected all the ones that I thought would be good for a song that would tell the story well, and I put them into a document on my phone. And then I just went on a long walk. It was like a 2-hour walk, and I just started singing like whatever melody came to mind. Hold on, I need to switch because my arm is hurting. I need to switch to the other side. It's really embarrassing because I was singing really loudly like into my phone, like recording it like voice notes, and I didn't realize that there was a man outside on his front porch, and he was like listening to me. And I was singing this really emotional like deep song. So yeah, but also a little bit about like the inspiration. Well, actually, sorry, I'm not very good at being organized if you can't tell, but I had all the lyrics and the melodies, and I sent them to my sister Lauren, and I was like, Lauren, I like made up all these melodies, can you like piece them together into a song? So Lori pieced them all together, and she made this demo for me. It ended up being like 6 minutes long, and then she sent me the song. So it was like 90% my melodies and lyrics, but she like made a couple of little tweaks, and then like she added in maybe like a line or two, but it was very much like my vision and my song, which is crazy. And also like a little bit about the inspiration behind like what I wanted the song to sound like. So growing up as a teenager, I was really into emo music, like Mayday Parade, Dashboard Confessional, like those types of songs. I felt like they could express emotions and like tell stories in a way that a lot of other genres like missed the mark for me. So I really wanted to for my song to be something that just like people felt something really strongly. So I was very inspired by emo music for my song, and I also was inspired by Taylor Swift's song. She has 2 songs, Last Kiss and All Too Well, and they're both like not necessarily like the actual songwriting, but more of just like the format of each song. So they're like very long story songs. Like I think they're both close to 5 minutes, and they don't follow the normal format of a song. So if you listen to my song, you'll notice that it has a lot more sections than a normal song. It's got like 3 extra sections in the end or something. So I just didn't want it to be a normal format because I felt like that would like cramp my storytelling. And yeah, anyways, so Lori made me a demo of like all the things that I had. She took all my sections, put them together, recorded herself singing it, and then sent me this demo. And I was actually on a road trip by myself driving from Nashville to Milwaukee, so it was like a 9-hour drive. And so I got the thing, like I got the demo, and Lauren just texted me the night before and she's like, OMG Kath, like this song is so good. I'm like almost crying, like recording it or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I was so excited to hear it. So next morning I put it on in the car on the way to Milwaukee, and I got through like the first verse and chorus, and then in the second verse I just lost it and I started bawling, and I listened to that song like probably 60 times on my way to Milwaukee because it's so weird hearing your own story being told in such a like musical way, if that makes sense. So it was like the